right, Shalom to Yakim, Yaquaf, Israelite foreigners scattered. First and foremost, I want to give up praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS that rose well. Peace, blessings to Yakim, to the Aquaf, Israelite foreigners. It's funny, this is spirit, because I was just looking, of a lesson to do. I came across this. I'm not sure if I did a video on this before. Can't remember. I'll put some scriptures behind it. I'll go across the YouTube world, with this truth. And then it seemed like other, the elders is getting on it. The elder from South Carolina is touching bases on it. And so forth. So, this is definitely the spirit. And pretty much, this video here, this feminism, the matriarchy, big mama, your mother, your aunt, being the heads of the houses. Me and the brother Ara from North Carolina, we was together today. We was around Northern Kingdom, and we was talking about how Northern Kingdom, they somewhat still got it together, as a family unit. To the most part, but they're shortly dwindling down as well. Then we talked about how Esau has broken down the family structure in this society, and the ones the Northern Kingdom that really somewhat got their family structure together is the ones that came over here, not the ones that was born here and lived many years over here. Because I know a lot of Northern Kingdom, the ones that grew up over here, was born here, was brought up through this society. Their family isn't strong at all. So pretty much me and the brother got to talking. We was talking about how due to these women ruling these families, being the head of the households, giving dainties, giving gifts, giving the facade that they could be their liberty, they have liberty, but this whole world that we live in is marketed to please women, because women are the spenders, and pretty much so the whole world, all these engines and social constructs has been given for these women, and it was to usher in the present state that we're in now, a bunch of confusion that's going to lead into the New World Order, a better plan, so-called better plan. But I'm going to let the video play, and I'm going to bring forth scripture.
It is, but let's get into the video.
I believe that every woman should cheat on their boyfriend or their partner before they get married.
What?
You cheat on him because you need to know, sis. You need to know if this man really loves you. If you cheat on him and he doesn't leave you and he stays with you, he still want to be with you, he still want to build with you, he still want you to have his kids, he still want to pay your rent, you got yourself a winner. Because you need to know if this man is loyal. Is he going to stand behind you for better or for worse? You need to know these things. When things get hard, is he going to be there? You need to know if this man can forgive and forget. Most women cheat before they get married anyways, let's be honest. And most men be lying anyways. You need to know if y'all can hold each other down when things get hard. And cheating don't ever stop a man from loving me. For real, for real. You're not going to stop loving me because I cheated. And I'm not going to stop loving you because you cheated. We're going to figure this shit out together. On God.
Okay.
So yeah, that's that old, it sound good, sound like it's a bunch of, candy and sweet a bag of sweetness and a bag of candy. But that's what has been social constructed and programmed and driven in the mind of these women. So this notion to pretty much off of malfunction, cheat, so-called cheat, and you so-called pastors have a lot to do with it too, because you took the sword, the Bible, and you just butchered it. But those were part of those social constructs, so they can usher in what we see today with these women. One thing Esau did was he pretty much changed up the whole concept of marriage, and pretty much the elites through the elites, because those are the ones that run society, make the laws, the decrees, and the statutes, and they run society. So what they do is, through their wickedness and through their confusion, sorcery, witchcraft, in order to keep their pockets fat, and pretty much just a game to them, and to keep people on edge, guarded, stupid, mental, weird, chaotic. What they do, they bring in all these social constructs in. They change words, they change meanings of things, and then they bring it down on the masses and keep them confused. So they can So basically, what I'm saying is, so through these social constructs of what they did on these people, on the women, they can pretty much break down society, because you have men. You punish men for their doings. The world look at men as they're toxic, they're evil, they're cruel, they need to be punished. But then you have the off balance. There's no balance. So then you have these women, they're pretty much thinking they're the heroes, and they through their freedom, and they think society should run off their emotion because they think they're better than men. There's no balance. So they pretty much, in society, what they do, they allow these women to run households and work jobs and pretty much destroy themselves. They allow the kids to stay with them. The kids will be destroyed and messed up, just like Sirach, the 3rd chapter, goes into, and it tells you how from the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. So allowing for these women to rule these households, they have destroyed the foundation of these households. And they, then these kids and these they're not brought up in no type of order, no structure, no guidance. So pretty much they're emotional. So I just seen a video about pretty much this chick pretty much was telling her son, he's a grown man, like he kept telling him, it's verbally abuse, man. She was sitting there saying, you ain't no man, you're not a man, you're not a man. And I forgot the chick name. But basically she said, by what are you, she asked her a question, so what standard are you raising him as a man? And the bitch came at her and said, from the ideas of my mind. So she asked her a question, so what man are you raising, and what standard of a man, who do you look up to raise him up as? She said, I'm looking to raise him up of the ideas of my mind. So, Esau knew what he was doing, even going back to the Willie Lynch letter. They used the main culprit, the so-called black woman, the cause from this society, play on people's emotions, the black this, the black this, all society, all the black feeling all, everything's all emotional, and so you bring in these left wings and the Democrat, the Republican, and you bring all these social constructs in the play, to play on the minds of the people. One thing, the damage has been done. There's no fixing it. Only thing that has to happen can happen now is just the nukes just got to hit. I'm still lucky for the rainy, but let me get the scripture. So it says Proverbs 6:32. Whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Let me see if I can get the fine definition of the word adultery. Bear with me. Adultery, blue letter. Because it's spiritual and it's also the actual the actual doing of adultery. Let me see. So it says, woman that breaketh wedlock. So to commit adultery usually of man, always with wife of another. Adultery, and there you go, idolatrous worship. To commit of man adultery. Let me see. Usually a man always with the wife of another with accusative women. So basically what, the point is, if a man lieth with another man's woman, or if a woman that has a man lieth with another man, and knowing, because you have a lot of guys that sometimes they don't know that the woman has a man, but that what I'm saying is, if a man sleeps with a woman and she didn't say anything, or if he asked her and she pretty much lied and like, nah, I don't have a dude. Well, that man is not guilty. That woman is. So that woman would be put to death. But if a man sat there, asked her, and the chick said, yeah, I got a man, and they both go along with it, they're both going to be put to death, But that is the thing that has been pushed amongst our people. One of the reasons why a lot of Jake end up missing and dying and being destroyed, gunshot at, put to death, is because of this very act. One thing Jake talks about in their songs is taking another man's wife, taking another man's woman. And that, when you even go to Deuteronomy, the 21st chapter, I believe I'm not mistaken, on the 20th chapter, it talks about spoils of war. Now, when you go to another man, area, or you go to war with a man, you take their woman. So that is an act of war. Those words that you're saying, you're pronouncing war. And that's why Jake wonder why, he goes to these different cities and, he end up getting shot at, or getting shot, or being put to death. But that's, again, all you women and all you men that have laid with another man's woman, or you women that had men and you slept around with another man, you're going to be put to fucking death, man. Simple and plain. It is something that they don't teach you because they maximize money off the destroying of dysfunction. Because if a woman go out there and commit adultery, she still gains a lot out of it, and a man that probably didn't know anything of it and is betrayed by it, he has to kick out bread. If he had children, man, I've heard a lot of men even talk about this, man. I've had, and it's truth, I done had many women Man, I done had more women throw themselves at me that were married than ones that didn't have a man. You know, so it's when you see shit like that, it's like, yo, these women really, you know, women are fucking wicked as hell. You got to think to yourself, if a woman would do that to her man, how the fuck can you trust her? If she's willing to do that to her guy, man, I had a chick, man. This dude bought her a nice ass car, one of them Chevrolets, 2 doors. I think it was like a 2018. And this broad was all on me. And I asked her, I'm like, yo, you got a dude? Like, what? Like, what's going on here? And she told me straight up, and I'm like, yo, I'm backing out. And she kept urging me. Yo, this bro was insistent, taking me out and shit. I'm like, nah, chill, relax. Nah, I'm not going down. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I'm like, yo, if that broad would do, now I can't give him her. I couldn't get that broad half of that. I couldn't, no, how the way my funds is, no, I can't do it. And I'm not doing it. And the thing about it is, and I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, yo, if this broad would do that for a guy like that, how the fuck can I, if I took this girl and laid with her and she took feelings to me and such, how the fuck can I trust her? Like, come on, man. So it says, Exodus 20:14, thou shalt not commit adultery. Proverbs 6:24, to keep thee, and this is what wisdom does, this truth, when the Lord wakes you up out of the darkness and brings you into the light, you understand, really, man, it's just bigger than a feeling. It's bigger than that, because niggas get a kick out of that shit, man. And then, you see why the black community and why people are fucked up, man. So-called black community and the so-called Latino Hispanic community is fucked up because there's a lot of shady shit that goes on, So it says, Proverbs 6:24, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. It says, lust not, and our women have become strange. And they're evil. Our women have become evil, and they have a flattery tongue. They can seduce you. And one thing that they do is they like to victimize men. So they basically, she'll come at you, oh, that nigga he ain't doing this and da 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 da, this and that and this. She's trying to justify her doings. So it says, lust not after her beauty in thine heart. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. There's a lot of videos out, and me just growing up here in Babylon, and even in the islands. One of those bad chicks and them pretty women, that's not really what you want on the side. Neither let her take thee with her eyelids, for by means of a whorish woman a man is brought to a piece of bread. And these women are whores, man, and these women will destroy you. If you really think you can find you a Sarah, a Judith, a Susanna, and amongst these fucking women, you're bugging out, and that's what's really going to happen to you. You're gonna you a piece of bread, man. It said, and the adulterers will hunt for the precious life, and that's what these women they want. They want the precious life, so they're in this mind of being hypergamous. They got this, can't come up, boom, I'm gonna fuck him now. Come up, I got what I want out of him. Come up, I got what I want out of him. Come up, okay, he putting me in school. Come up, okay, he's paying my rent. Come up, okay, he can pay this car note off. Come up, and these women would sit there and talk to 100 guys, 100 guys. And one thing that these women tell the oldest fucking sluts, failures, what they'll tell the young is that they'll tell them, you're a young girl. Oh, you don't need no man. You need to explore yourself, girl, baby girl. Go out there. You young. And that's what they tell these girls, man. They go get your educate. Go to college. Girl, get the bag, secure the bag. It says, can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent, man. And there's another scripture that also talks about sit not with another man's wife. When it says sit not with another man's wife. So it says, Sirach 2:9-9, sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in her arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction. Because here it is, you got the jealousy. A man jealous of his wife will not regard ransom. Let's see what comes up. Yep, here it is. So Proverbs 6:35. I remember one thing, my uncles and my grandfather, one thing I've learned, and I can't remember all of it, but I remember one thing. It says, they told me, never mess with another. They said, if you want to die early, they told me this, and it always stuck with me. Never mess with another man's woman, and never play with another man's money. And I believe it was one more, but I can't remember. But those two things stuck with me growing up. And I remember growing up, I never, ever, ever, matter of fact, I'm not going to say it in secular talk like I'm perfect. Pretty much, basically my point is, those things stuck with me. I can't sit here and, trying to sit, I can't sit here and try to remember everything I've done, growing up. But that's pretty one of those things. I did not do that. What's one thing that stuck with me? I didn't play with nobody's money. I didn't play with another man's woman. So Proverbs 6:35, he will not regard. Let me go up. Oh, that's great. Okay, so. Well, shit's lucky. It's all in the same one. Oh, that's beautiful. So Proverbs 6:32. So, but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth destroyeth his own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. So that's serious, man. And, you wonder why. It's a reason why men, they go out there and they shoot. They go out there, take a gun, and blow the dude away and the woman, because this is a serious offense. Men's emotions, men's anger, men's. You women don't really fail to realize. The lesser the Lord set it up. You were made to be a possession to a man. You wasn't and but see Esau, the so-called white man, said you was above that. He said, you're not a gift, you're not a possession. You're a woman. You're a woman. You can, show off your cleavage. Be free. I just seen a video of Muhammad Ali. He made a hell of a point, man. He made a hell of a point. He said diamonds and pearls are hard to find. You got to dig and dig. You know, he had to dig hard for that. You know, but here it is, a woman, you know, and she's, you know, he said, you know, the woman is, you know, she's more than that. She bear my kids, you know, she feeds my children. She continues, you know, by her and his offsprings, you know, through her I put seed in her, and my offspring and my legacy comes, you know, comes out of her. And and what did he say? Basically, he said she shouldn't be easily accessible. She shouldn't be out there showing ass and titties, going out there on the beach showing more flesh and more skin than she does when she go to sleep, man. You know, but Esau told these women something else, and through that you know that snake that serpent's tongue, a lot of you women are going to be put to death. So Deuteronomy 22 and 22, if a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel, because that's an evil act. And you women take that very lightly. But see, that's why, hey, you black, and I'm going to say this, that you so-called black women, that's why it's coming to them times men aren't talking to you. See, you done destroyed it. You done took, you went on these platforms, and you know you shitted on the so-called black man, and now you see that nobody really even wants you. But see, you have a lot to pay for, and you're going to get, and it's going to be paid for. That debt has to be paid. Ephesians 5 and 22, and it's to see through Big Mama, your mama, your aunts, and these, you know, Esau lying to you, so-called black women, so you think you're a part of this society. You think you can change the world. You think you can manifest, and you know, you think you're loved. You think people like you here. You know, you think you can just imagine doing certain things, and you know, you keep on trying to manifest it, and it's going to come to pass. No, you shortly, your fate is near. So it says, wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife. And that's another thing too, man. You know, you these women here in America, they don't even want to be led by men. You got this thing going. You got this notion going on now that men have put women in slavery, took away their freedom. And you ask yourself, where the hell are they learning this shit from? It's these TV shows, what they're watching on TV, and these colleges, man. So to narrate now is because, again, you women are the biggest consumers, and y'all have been good for society to bring in this new world order. Because since you women think you're you're liberated, and you don't need men, you don't need to be led by men. It's just now through dysfunction and confusion, and these newborns being brought up and not being guided. You know, men don't have to be men. You know, boys can just play fucking video games all day and be fucking weaklings and be all in their emotions and be pussies. Now when Esau brings in the new world order, it's going to be so much easier. So therefore, as the church is subject unto Yahushua, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. And it's the same for men. Husbands, love your wives, even as Yahushua also loved the church and gave himself for it. 1 Peter 3 and 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. So, woman, you're supposed to be on point. You know? He said, while they behold your chaste conversation, coupled with fear. So they're supposed to see, the other so-called black women are supposed to see you in your, in the other Latina so-called black woman. I mean, so-called Latina Hispanic woman and Gadite, the so-called Native American woman. Y'all supposed to see each other, admire that. Like, oh my, yo, she makes me want to go out there and find a husband. She makes me desire and want a man and want me to be led by a man. But nope. But see, these what these women do. He says, who's adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and the wearing of gold or putting on of apparel. Because that's what these women do. They put on these fucking nasty ass whorish clothing, not chaste, not modest. They put on these goddamn wigs. They put on this goddamn makeup. They putting on, all this they put on all this shit on their face, piercings, and they trying to doll themselves up, but they look like a goddamn tranny. But it says, but let it be in the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which in the sight of Yahweh of great price. So it says, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in Yahweh, or adorn themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, man. But now women, man, hold on. I'm gonna bring forth. I'm gonna get the the videos and pictures up and see how these women dress today. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? Exactly, man. So you out here dealing with single bitches that think they cute, they don't need a man, they don't need to be led by a man. You need to get the fuck away from them, man. Now I'm done with this. Let me just go back to Fresh and I'm gonna just pull up Fresh and Fit, man. Stupid ass broad. Let me see Fresh and Fit. I'm gonna put Fresh and Fit. And you're gonna see what comes up. How these girls look at them. How these girls are taking pictures now. This is how pathetic. This is what you see now. Black women trying to fight men. Yep, there you go. This is how these girls are carrying themselves. They don't look like wives. They don't look like humble women, chaste women. These girls look like fucking sluts, and they're for the streets. Look at the ass, titties. This is the modern day woman. You better take heed. Better take heed. Because these women are not for your good. These women, it's been engines geared. It's been engines geared for these women, to push these women and have them thinking the way that they are. Like I said, there you go, man. These are the women. There you go. There you go. Some more. There you have it. May I say more? There you go. Got the earrings, the nose ring. There you have it. But if that was to show one verse, we're edified.